All right. Good morning. Welcome to our Friday morning training, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I just realized I haven't even drank my shake yet. I am slacking. Okay. So I have some stuff prepared for you guys. I hope that actually I would like to, if anybody wants to kind of share this morning, I would love to hear how you guys are feeling about power mornings, how you're feeling about the prompts. Are you feeling like it's helpful? Are you feeling like um it's guiding you along? Do you enjoy it? I would love to hear any feedback. If you guys can either unmute or drop it in the chat. The only way that I as a leader can ever do better or become better is by hearing from you guys, because I don't want to just be the only person that is on here all the time, just like, chatting away and never hearing from you guys. So if you have any perspective or anything you would love to add, I would love to hear it.
So Heather, for me, I like the prompts, but I'm always a day late doing them.
Oh, which is totally fine. Yeah, that's
So I
totally
mean, I
fine.
do like them. So I mean, it's not always like right away that I do it. It's always like a day late, or day late, dollar short. That's me.
No, but that is totally fine.
Like they're always like little nuggets of information that I just keep stored in there for like future reference. Like at first, like when you're talking about it, I'm like, oh, I can't think of anything. And I feel like in high school when you're like, oh, I have to get this assignment done.
Yeah.
But then I realized like she's just giving like gold nuggets.
Ideals, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goal, my thing is that I really don't want you guys to be overwhelmed by them. That's not like my point or purpose of them. The point and purpose of them is just to get your brain moving.
Mhm.
It's just to help like figure different kind of ideas. And like because even like you reference high school, and I can completely relate to that, because you guys, like I use Google and Chat GPT to help me come up with these prompts. There's no way I could do over 300 prompts just from my own brain, you guys. And that's how many I have set up. And they're literally almost all different. But again, so ultimately I've learned a fancy trick on TikTok, and I can also teach you guys this. I have taught it in a previous training, but to be honest, I couldn't even begin to tell you what training that is or where it is or anything like that. And I don't even know if I am choosing my words different, because I was going to say smart enough, but we're all smart enough. We just have to learn how to do different things.
Different
But
ways, yeah.
I don't know that I knew how to share my screen yet, but so anyways, I did a training on, and this is really great, like if you guys wanted to come up. So I'm going to do a little quick squirrel sessions, like side, training topic here. So what you can do is, and if I can figure out how to do it, I can share the TikTok with you guys, with the lady that walks you right through it. It's like literally less than a 30-second video, but it's super, super amazing. So what you do is you go and you get all of your content. So this is really great for like, if you want to like share quotes, like again, we talk about branding ourselves. So like, let's say your brand is something that would be like inspirational, right? Like, so you're, or health tips or chicken tips or anything, like you can literally use this for anything, right, you guys? Like, so whatever your brand is, you can find a graphic or a template on Canva. So obviously if you're doing chicken tips, you would just search like a template on Canva, like something that is either eggs or chickens or whatever. And so you use that template, right? This, you guys, seriously, this is freaking incredible. And this is how I did this so fast. The longest thing that it took me to do was to find my template and then get my logo on there and, you know, all of this stuff. And then what you do is you copy and paste all of the quotes or the tips or whatever. And this is where Chat GPT comes in, you guys, and you want to talk about doing the work for you. I share all of these tips with you guys to make your life super, super easy. So you then copy and paste it, and I put it in an Excel sheet. Okay. And then you save the Excel sheet on a CVS file. So when you go to click save at the top, it'll ask you how you want to save that file. You save it in a CVS. Then you go over to Canva and you like, and this is where I'll share that TikTok video with you, because I'm telling you guys, she breaks it down so good. And then you can pause the TikTok and walk you right through it. It is amazing, you guys. So then you put that file in there and you'll put like bulk create in Canva, and literally you drop, then you put that file in there, that CVS file with all of those quotes, and bam, however many quotes you had in there, like say it's 67 quotes, it will just all the way through on every single freaking graphic, like all of them in like less than 30 seconds. It is absolutely incredible. And then what also took me the longest with these 300 prompts was that you got to go back in and like you got to readjust, you know, the readjust the captions, because sometimes if they're too long, it won't fit into the graphic. And so you got to edit it and move things up and like, you know, to make sure it fits in the graphic. You might have to size it down. Some of the things I don't love the verbiage of everything. So then I would go through and kind of edit it to make it relevant to us and our business. And so, I mean, I still had to go through for over an hour and do edits and like kind of just rechange some wording and some things to make it relevant to our business. But you guys, it's such a huge tool to help you create. I thought like I was gonna do my niche in hair, but the truth is, you guys, like I've never been this person at the salon that like takes photos of every single like hair job that I do. Not to toot my own horn, hair just comes very natural to me. Whenever I'm at the salon, I am so book solid. I don't have time to be taking before and after pictures. I'm not trying to build my clientele because I'm already super slammed anyways. So when you share those transformation photos, it just makes more people want to come to you. And I don't have room for more people. But before I was like, wait, why am I doing that? Because it's never been really my thing to share my work on social media. I did do a bunch of hair tips and quotes and stuff for that. And I think I'm still going to use them since I already made them to put them in my story. But you guys, the thing about if you do this thing with the Canva and create all of these graphics in your own brand, whatever your niche is, you guys can add this into your content and add these branded photos that you in quotes or whatever tips, whatever it is. And especially on Instagram, you can start integrating those into your posts literally like once or twice a week. And now you're going to attract people that, you know, are interested in that, and you're bringing value to your community. Okay, one more drink and that's enough. You're bringing value to your community every single week with a graphic. But the great thing about that, you guys, is that that's shareable content. Ashton, no. There you go. That is all shareable content. And so that's why it's really good to do something like this, you guys, because especially if you're trying to grow on Instagram, because that like something that's just like a graphic or whatever like that, you people will share that because it's a good tip or they relate with it. Like, how many times do you guys screenshot a graphic and reshare it? Or you see something on Instagram and then you share it to your story. So the thing is, if you're going to do this, I will find the TikTok. If I can figure out how to share it into our team page, I will do that. Because if you guys take the time to do this, the first time I did it take me a little bit to figure it out, a little bit, but like I just paused the video, go back and rewatch it. And it's seriously, you guys, like gold. It is like the best tip ever for using Canva. If you're not using Canva, I highly recommend it just because it is such a great site for creating graphics, for doing all of those things. And once you get the hang of it, it is very user friendly, but it has amazing tools on there that you guys can really capitalize on and really start branding yourself. The other thing is on Instagram, I do believe that you can schedule your posts. Okay. So if you create, let's not be dramatic here, Heather. Let's say you create 20 quotes, okay, or tips in your niche or whatever it is. Let's say 2 times a week you want to share this value with your customers, okay? So that breaks down into 10. So for 10 solid weeks, you could literally schedule these graphics, or if you just do them at the beginning of the week, so you don't have to think about it. So that's 2 days on Instagram of consistent posting. Your dog really wants your attention, Tammy. So that's 2 times a week, you guys. That content is done for you, and a post is done for you on Instagram where you don't even have to think about it. But you're bringing value to your community and you're sharing shareable content. And the reason why shareable content is so important is because then people are going to go to your site and look at your profile, and that's when you can gain more followers. That's when people can look at your stories, and that's why it's so important to be able to do this on Instagram. But even if you're going to share this kind of content even on Facebook, then people share stuff all the time on Facebook too. And then that's when they'll also go back to your page and look at your page as well. So I want to encourage you guys to really, truly make your own graphics instead of like sharing the ones that we see on Instagram and all of that. And again, if you're new to the training or you're just watching this on replay, go to ChatGPT. And it's an AI. It's a lot like Google, but they're going to literally give it to you in very detailed steps. Or you can ask it anything. You can ask it like, what are some health tips? But get super specific. If you're going to do health and wellness, like what are people in their 50s looking for health tips? Because if that's your community, be super, super, super specific and exactly what you're looking for, so that when you are looking for this information, you can get super, super, super specific with your niche, and you can put it in ChatGPT. You can ask them, what are some health tips that people in their 40s are researching the most? Can you share all of the tips that you have for me? And it will go out and list it. Then you take that, copy and paste it, and bring that over to the Excel sheet. And then you will go over to Canva and bulk create. And now, bam, you have all of these graphics that are just specifically for you and for your niche. But just make sure if you're going to do the graphics that you guys also make sure that you put your handle at the bottom of your graphic somewhere. Right? Because then if this graphic is floating around and people start sharing this information, they are going to be able to find who you are, and then they can go back and look for you. So that was a side squirrel moment, but actually since we're on Canva, I actually have a little bit more information for you guys on Canva. Now I'm going to
So
be
Heather,
honest with you.
also can, instead of just using our link, like I have my scan now. would
Oh
that
yeah.
work Too?
Yeah. Yep. You could do
Okay.
that. I think the only thing that is a hard thing with that is that if people are looking at this on their phone,
Mhm. Oh,
there's
they can't scan it either.
like,
Yeah,
there's not a
right,
way to
right.
scan that. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Like, so that's the only hard part. So I think it's really important to,
To put both,
put like your
maybe.
handle on there. You could put like your name, Angel Sheckelman, and then you could put at Sheckelman, whatever your new Insta handle
Yeah,
is since you
yeah.
got hacked. And then, you could put both of them because especially if you're going to use it on Facebook and on Instagram. And these are the things that I am trying to do, you guys, to get super, super consistent on both my Instagram, but also on my Facebook, because when we are bringing value to our community, I continue to hear this over and over and over on every single, my Jesse Lee, my coach. I was just watching a webinar with Jasmine Star. You guys, Jasmine Star was at our conference, and she actually has a website that's called Social Curator. And guess what, you guys? She's got AI on there. So I am telling you guys, if you want to be ahead of the curve and you want to move at a faster pace and want to continue to bring value to your community and do it very, very, very quickly. And also, this AI is not to replace us. So if you don't know what AI is, you guys, it's artificial intelligence. It's like Google, but most of these AI programs are programmed for our niches, for our like our basically what you want to call it, like our businesses, right? And so the more you ask it, the more it gets to know you, and it will literally even start to sound like you. Now, if you're going to use AI, this is not to copy and paste and then share that directly to your social media. If you're looking for quotes or tips, that's fine, but you can literally ask it, I am looking to write an Instagram post about X, Y, and Z. Can you help me write this post to help recruit more people? It will and it'll write the whole post for you. But you guys have to remember, like, people know what you sound like online. What AI is intended to do is just to help you be more productive and to help you get out of like that writer's block that you might be in. It's to help get the ball rolling. It's just like our prompts. It's to like basically help you if you're feeling stuck or you don't know how to write something or you don't know how to put something into words, you can start to just put your ideals into this and it will help you. But it's also going to help you with other things. Like, let's say you want to give a giveaway on Instagram and you say, I want to do an Instagram giveaway. Can you help me to know how to do that? It will how you guys see these Instagram giveaways and it's like and share and tag 2 people and blah, blah, blah. It will write that whole format out for you guys. So it takes some of the busy work out to really help you guys be more consistent and to just really give you ideas if you want to get laser focused on social media. Okay. So that's a great tool to use if you guys are feeling stuck, if you're in writer's block, if you need ideas, if you're looking for tips, for tricks, definitely feel free to use that. But I was watching Jasmine Star and she, like I said, she was one of our stage presenters at at Thrive Palooza. And she has a website called Social Curator, and it's for social marketers. And, it just helps you with your social media business, tips, tricks, all of the things. But she has reformulated her website to include AI now. And it's because it is kind of the way of the future, with people really wanting to move at a faster pace, helping to write statuses, helping to come up with more content creation so that we're not in writer's block, and so that we can really get super specific with the people that we are really trying to reach, and also just being a little bit more consistent with our posting, with our prompts, with everything like that. So anyways, the big thing even with her on this webinar is she talked about exactly what we are doing with our engagement posts, is that social media is not sales media. And we have to be so incredibly careful when we are on our social media and we're just being super, super salesy, because people don't like that anymore. And as far as network marketers, we have moved away from being those Spamela Pamelas, those super, super, like salesy posts. Like if you guys have noticed, we talked about with our elite samples this week, we can put up a post about free samples, and literally nobody takes them. It's the craziest thing. And it's just because I think people are also in, like, how when we were kids, we always heard the phrase, like, nothing in life is free. Like, there's always a cost. Well, people are kind of catching on to, like, yeah, sure, it's free, but then you're going to try to pitch me once I'm done with it. Right. And not that we're going to try to pitch somebody, but at the same time, you guys, that's exactly what we're going to do. We share our free samples because ultimately we want people to experience Thrive, but at the end of the day, we want them to eventually, order, because we love our products, and realistically we are in sales. So, the thing is that people have caught on to that, and they don't want to be sold, and they don't want to be pitched. So if you want to make sales, you have to be social first. And so that was the big thing on her training that I was on this week, is that if you want to make sales, you have to be social. Jeez. Easy there, slugger.
It's freaking cold outside, man. He's getting stuff ready. We're heading out riding. So it's
fun.
like, yeah, it's like, whoa,
So,
better bundle up.
they really talked about, like, if you want to make sales, you have to be social first. And so her big thing was talking about being social on social media, bringing value to our community, and creating engagement. And so you guys, it's everything that we are doing. So that was great validation to me that we are in the right place, doing the right things. And she said, the more social you are, and the more engagement you create, and the more conversations you have on social media, the more sales you will make. And it's because you're building relationships with people. And when you are building a relationship with somebody and you're talking to people on social media and you're not spamming them, they are more likely to come to you for your products or your offer, because of the fact that they don't feel like they're being sold. So that is like super, super, super important. And that's everything we're doing. And so that is why these posts in the morning are really important, because it's allowing people to be social with us. It's allowing people to engage on our statuses without asking them for anything. It's giving them that open door to communicate with us, to be a part of, our community, to engage on our stuff, and without us asking for anything. And so when we do that, then they just trust us even more. And then they start to open up a little bit more to, like, oh, like she didn't ask anything from me, and I got to just communicate with her and be a part of her community, and she didn't ask anything from me. So that is why Friday morning, or not Friday mornings, it is Friday morning, but that is why these morning posts are so important to post up on there, to share something other than Thrive, to share something other than, anything sales or whatever, and to show people. Oh, Cash is so loud today. Castle, go shut my door, please. To show people that we are human. Castle, it would be helpful if you would get out of my room in my bathroom. Oh, I swear, my master bathroom is like everybody's bathroom. I don't even know why we put 3 other bathrooms in this house, because apparently my bathroom is it. Anyways, that's my tangent for today. So, but it's so important to just really continue to stay super social on social media, so that people know, like, and trust you, and you build those relationships with people that are not revolved around just selling Thrive. Okay, so I don't know if you guys, this might be on the pro version of Canva, I'm not sure, but since we were talking a little bit about Canva, I do want to also give this tip to you guys, for the people that maybe aren't really super savvy on Canva, or you don't have a lot of time. This is going to be a huge time saver for you when you're creating graphics. Canva also has AI now. You guys, it's crazy. Like, all of these platforms have AI now. Like, if you notice, your Snapchat has AI, Canva has AI, CapCut, if you use CapCut also has AI. So if you're creating reels from CapCut, that is another great app to use if you want to create reels, if you struggle to create reels, because they will give you templates to create your reels, and then all you have to do is just plug your photos or videos into these templates, and they'll even tell you what's trending on TikTok, what's trending wherever, trending sounds, trending whatever, and you can really have a lot of fun with it and create some pretty fun reels. I had been using it, created a bunch. Honestly, guys, I'm going to be the first to admit, my graphic game with sharing these on social media, my reels, everything is a little thrown off. I'm not trying to make excuses, but with being home with 4 kids in summer school and all of the things, all the running, all of the trainings that I'm doing for you guys, just everything that we have going on right now, I need to get a little bit more consistent. I'm going to be honest. And I have been like struggling to get everything in a day that I want to get done. So another thing, you can create alarms on your phone if you need a reminder to post up a reel or whatever. And so I do need to be a little bit more diligent about a few of those things, just being honest. But these are some resources that you can use that will be really quick and easy. So CapCut has all the templates on there to help you to create reels. Reels are what is going to help grow your following and your network, you guys. I am gaining so many followers by the day just by sharing reels. So it's super, super important to continue, doing those kinds of things. You can literally record anything, you guys. You could go on a walk and just record the woods and just put like some inspirational words to it. Like, literally, it doesn't have to be super complex. But even in CapCut, they also have AI, and you can ask it to help you write a caption for your reel. And there again, it will just help you to write that caption for your reel. And they are really good captions. So again, you guys, don't be stuck in the overwhelm or like overthinking everything, because there are so many resources and so many tools out there to help you And so honestly, I'm not trying to be rude, but there's really no excuse because we have so many tools at our fingertips. It's literally just taking the time to do it. Once you get into CapCut, your mind is just going to start like moving and blowing because it's just going to be like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And then again, once you get into it and once it's just like going to the gym, the hardest part is going, right? The hardest part is putting on your clothes and walking into the door. Once you're there, you're in it and you get it done, and then you feel so great when it's done. Working your business and creating content is no different. The hardest part is just opening up the app. When you open up the app and you start just tooling around, don't be afraid of what you don't know. You guys, I didn't know any of this stuff. I've just heard of these apps. People have talked about them. I downloaded them and then I just got busy and I just started playing around in them. And I still don't even know how to use it completely, especially CapCut. But you know what? It's really fun. And then once one idea gets going, you guys, we all have a ton of videos and photos on our phones. So all you need to do is open up the app and then just add the stuff to it and just go. Okay. So that was a side section of CapCut, but really I was going to talk about Canva. So if you're struggling to think of a graphic, a promo, something like this, I don't know if this is on the paid version or if this is available on the free version as well. But you can go to Magic Design. And what it will do is you can go ahead and put your photo that you want to use, whatever it is, whether it's a Thrive photo, whether it's a photo of you, whatever it is, and you can go to Magic Design and it will walk you through it. It's going to ask you what photos you want to pick. And then you put that in there and bam, it will like just curate all of these different templates for you. So it takes all the work out of it. And then you can put like the style, the color, if you want it minimalist, if it's for a sale, if it's whatever it is. And you can put the filters on it for what you might need it to be. And it will curate all the different things for Instagram, for your story, for a Facebook post, just everything you might need. And so if you feel like you're not good at making graphics, this is going to be your ticket. Like it's just going to put it together really fast. Or if you don't have the time to look through, 50,000 graphics, because I'm telling you, our templates, I should say, Canva has so much resources on there. So literally, if you don't have time to dig through all the templates, this is a great resource for you guys to make your lives easier and to be able to move faster. So that's called Magic Design. I am not sure if it's on the paid version or not. You guys, I do have the paid version of Canva. I learned this in one of my trainings this week. So I guess I don't know for a fact if it's on the paid version or not. But it's called Magic Design. And then another great one is Magic Edit. And you can go in and okay, the way that this one would be great to use, and if this is on the paid version, you guys, I think like Canva is like, I don't know, like the pro version is like $10.99 or something like that. I don't think it's like astronomical. So if graphics is something that you do enjoy making, or you really like to be creative, or you want to make your own content, or whatever. I mean, I've used Canva to make my kids' birthday invitations, my father-in-law's 80th birthday invitations. I mean, so like the possibilities on Canva are truly, truly endless. It's not just for our business. So just think about like how many times your kids have birthday parties or whatever you might need it for. You can literally use this. I just buy stock paper from Target and little thicker paper, and I literally can print it right off my printer. So I'm just sharing that with you. So like Canva has multiple uses too, not just for our business. So the paid version to me pays for itself because I've already saved so much money even on buying birthday invitations by being able to just make them myself. But anyway, Magic Edit would be used to like, okay, so for example, we just came out with a brand new, sorry, my brain moves faster than my mouth sometimes. Chocolate covered strawberry. So let's say you have a photo of yourself, maybe holding this box of chocolate covered strawberry, but you could use Magic Edit and you could put in the search bar strawberries or chocolate strawberry, and it would curate this beautiful aesthetic to put behind you of like chocolate and strawberries. So it would be a very branded photo with whatever you need. Or let's just say to Magic Eraser is another one. Let's say you wanted to create this photo of, you know, our brand new shake flavors. And so you have a box of the shakes on your countertop, but you really wish like you had some like fresh strawberries to put next to it and maybe some chunks of dark chocolate or something, if you really wanted to get fancy with your branding. I'm just using this as an example to show you guys how you can utilize this. You can literally put that in the search bar and it will pull up fresh strawberries that you can then integrate into that photo, and it makes it look like they're there and on the counter, but really they're not really there, but Canva will insert it for you. So you guys, I mean, the sky is the limit. And with all of this AI stuff, this is what it is helping us. If you notice, these are tools to help us. So before we had all of these extra resources, it was like, if you wanted to like do a picture with like our apple pie shakes and you wanted fresh apples, you would have to have apples and you'd have to put them on your counter, your top, or your counter yourself or whatever. Well, now with AI, you can just integrate that picture of those apples and make it look like they're really there, even though they're not. So there's so many resources at our fingertips to help make our jobs and branding ourselves better. Because the thing is, you guys, I need you to understand is that people buy you. Yes, ultimately they're going to get Thrive in the end, but really they are buying you. They are buying you because they like you. They trust you. They like your branding. Do you stand out? If we all post the same exact graphic, you guys, from the company, does that make us look unique? Or does that just make us look like a bunch of Thrive bots who are posting all of this, you know, graphics that are company made for us? Or does it look better when we create our own graphics and we are making our own brand and we are being uniquely us, and that is attracting the people that really, really like us into our networks? And so that's why it's so important, you guys. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, especially for the ones that are like, I work a full-time job, I am a mom, like how, or I am a dad, I am a single dad, I am a whatever. I hear you and I see you. Trust me, I have 4 kids and multiple businesses. I know what it's like to be busy. And I know that some of this might feel overwhelming, but really I share all of these things and tools for you guys to truly actually make it easier for you, but you can't shut down. You can't shut down when I share all this to you and be like, oh my gosh, this is just too much. It's so overwhelming. I'm not like Heather. I've never done this before. I'm not techie. I know all the things that are probably running through your head, because I have thought those same things. And when I get my coaching done on Tuesdays by Jessie Lee, I am sometimes also a deer in the headlights, like, oh my gosh, like this is over my head and I don't know that I can integrate all of this. But you have to just take the first step forward and you have to just get at it, especially if you have goals to, supplement your income, maybe step away from, the job that is dragging you down. You have to do things that you haven't done, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Like, you're not going to get a different result if you continue to do the same thing. So if what you're doing isn't working and giving you the results that you want, then you have to step up and try new things and do different things so that you can get a different result. And so I am just trying to help you guys and share the different tools and tricks and things that I learned to help your businesses be branded to you so that you look unique on social media, so that you don't look like everybody else. Love you all, but I do not want every single one of you to look exactly the same on social media. I want you to be your own unique self. You guys have your own gifts and your own style. And that style is what is going to attract your people. The people that are meant for you, you will not miss. You need to understand that, but you need to show up in order to attract them. Does that make sense? So if you are not showing up in your own authentic self, the people are not going to be attracted to you. If you're only sharing Thrive graphics, people are not, they're just going to think you're selling them something because it's not you. Try doing a graphic with your face on it, because people are on your social media because of you, not because of Lavelle. They can go and follow Lavelle all they want, and then they're going to see that same graphic there. They follow Dan, they follow Michelle, they follow Holly, they follow Angel and Tammy, not Lavelle. They can see all the Lavelle graphics they want when they go to Lavelle Official, but they want to see your faces. So share your face, make your brand, be creative. And I say this lovingly, you guys, just don't be lazy. Like just throwing up a company graphic, just taking Lavelle's words and reposting all that stuff. I get it. And some of it is just learning, but people really want to hear from you. They follow you because of you. So don't underestimate who you are and what you have to offer, because they are on your page because they like you, because they have a hide button, they have a delete button, they have an unfollow button, they have all the same buttons that we have. So if they don't want to be there, they're not going to be there. They're there because of you. So show up as yourself, make your own graphics, brand your own stuff, share, like, stop giving all the credit to all these other people. And I do it, you guys. I'm not saying I don't, but moving forward in this summer, we've talked about how we want to grow our Instagrams. We want to grow our brands, right? I am trying to get better about making all of my own graphics so that instead of sharing everyone else's, I can be the one that can start sharing them. And then hopefully people, excuse me, my goodness, people will start then sharing me. And then that is how we grow. And that is how we become the expert in our field. And I know so many of you feel like, but I'm not an expert. It doesn't matter. People follow you because they like you and they look up to you. And the more you show up in your power and in who you are, the more you become that person that people truly look up to. And they do look at you as the expert. All you have to be every single day is just a little bit better than the people that follow you. And this isn't to say you're better than other people. Please don't hear me like that. But because of what we do as social networkers, we are way more immersed into self-development. We are way more immersed into, like just overall being better, you guys. So if you're just a tiny bit better than somebody else in the aspect of your personal growth, your self-development, your health and wellness, whatever it is, and you choose to show up with authority in your community and confidence, people are going to look to you as the expert, as the inspiration, as the chicken master, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're the one that is consistently showing up with all the tips, all the tricks, all the value, all of the inspiration, they will look to you as the expert in their field. You guys, when I first started Thrive, I changed a lot. A lot. I am not the person I used to be. If you only know me in this season, in my chapter 20, you should have seen me in my chapter 2 when I first got started. Angel knows, she knows who I was before Thrive. And I'm not dogging myself. I'm not saying that I was a bad person, but I was not this positive. I was not this uplifting. I was not this inspirational as people say that I am. I did not have the voice that I have today. It has taken years and years and years of practice. It's taken years of putting myself out there. It's taken so much times of stepping out of my comfort zone. I started just showing up in the world like how I was feeling inside. Thrive changed my life. Thrive changed how I felt every day. Thrive changed how I looked at things. Thrive changed my perspective. And so every morning I started waking up just like on top of the world. And that had never happened before for me. I was in a dark place before Thrive. I was overwhelmed. I was drowning. I literally didn't have the best outlook of myself because I felt like every day I was struggling and failing. When I took my Thrive and those capsules kicked in and that mood support kicked in, I was like singing in the morning and I was so happy and I was excited to start another day. And that is something that I didn't feel before I was on Thrive. I struggled every day to get my booty moving and to like just feel happy because I felt so overwhelmed every day. I changed, you guys. And so you know what? I started showing up on social media different because I felt different. I started sharing inspirational graphics. I started sharing the YouTube videos that I was watching for personal development. And that was weird to me, you guys, because it was something I had never done. But I felt so good inside that I couldn't help but to not share it. But as I continued to do that, that kind of became my brand. And then people seeing the changes in me. And I see this in Tammy. Tammy, since I started following her and since we started thriving together, because she was friends with my husband because she was a dispatcher, I didn't know Tammy. And so once we became friends, I have gradually seen Tammy showing up on social media different every day, sharing all of this personal development, all of these quotes, all of this inspiration. And I see it. So I know other people in her community see it. It just sometimes takes a while for people to catch on. But what ended up happening is after a while, if I went a little ghost on social media, people would message me and say, is everything okay? Like, I look forward to your morning posts every single day. That is when it hit me, you guys, that we get to show up as the experts in our field. We get to show up as the inspiration. We get to choose who we show up as and how we are going to inspire our world in our people, in our social medias. We get to choose, but we also have to choose to be consistent with it and how we're going to show up with it and how we're going to be consistent with it, because people will notice. They do see the difference. And that is why so many people now come to me all the time and just say, Heather, you're such an inspiration, or Heather, you're such an amazing person. I truthfully, you guys, I don't see that about myself. Not that like I think negatively of myself, but like I just show up how I feel. And I just show up how I want other people to treat me. The golden rule that I teach my kids all the time: treat people how you want to be treated. And it comes back tenfold. Like, that is just how I show up in the world, because that's just who I am. That's what I believe. It's what I teach my kids. But other people will see that in you. And when they see that in you, then they trust you. And then they believe you. And then they come to you for Thrive. And they come to you for other things because they know that you're real. And they know that you're not just a Thrive bot. And they know that you are a real human with real feelings and with a real perspective. And so I can't preach it to you guys enough to just continue to show up as yourselves in your own, like, just natural being. Just be who you want to be, but brand yourself in that. Show people who you are and what you have to offer, because people need it. It's a very, very negative world, and people need inspiration. They need positivity. They need us to bring value to them. They need our tips and tricks. We take it for granted that because we've changed and who we are, it's just our new normal. But I promise you guys, it is not everybody else's normal. It's not.
I know,
So-
Heather, for a while I was doing like inspirational things and people reached out to me, and then I don't know why I stopped. I mean, people were
I was
like, oh my
gonna
God.
say,
I
you
love-"
used to do it
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. And then I don't know what.
We
I don't
just
know.
get out of the habit.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
you know, and now that I figured out how you can like post, create, or what do I want to say? You
Do
can
your own graphic.
schedule your post and
And
stuff
schedule
like
your-
that. It's like, okay, and there are nights where I'll just sit on the couch and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go through some stuff and I'll schedule it, and then I'm good.
Mhm.
But then I get out of the habit, like
Yep.
this week I did it for a little bit, but then it's like, oh God, yeah, it's like you almost have to stay in a scheduling
You do. You gotta
modem
stay in the
to
groove,
keep
because it's
going, but
so easy to get out of the habit and so
Mhm.
easy
it
to like
is, yeah.
fall off the wagon, so to speak.
Yep. Yep. And I
and
know I need to get back on it, because like all my aunts are like, oh my God, Angel, thank you. This really helped me today. And it's like,
Mhm.
okay, why did I stop?
Absolutely.
yeah,
And,
I need
and
to
sometimes
get
we just
back
have to
on it and
refocus.
just- yeah.
And that's why it's like, I'm
Yep.
not ever trying to beat a dead horse to you guys, or I never want you to think like my message is like shame or like anything like that. This is,
Right.
I always tell you guys that I also train on the things that I need, the things that I need to hold myself accountable to, because don't think I'm only speaking to you, because when I talk about this stuff, I am speaking to myself, because I have so many areas in my business and my own consistency that I need to clean up. My stories have sucked. I seen Jessica Collins' story this week and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And I have been just kind of lazy. And it's ultimately like, lazy might even be a bad word. I've been just so busy that like I'm just going from one thing to another thing. And truthfully, I've been a little overwhelmed, because this is our first week of summer school. So it's our first week of all these different schedules. And so it's just like, my brain is like an autopilot, like, okay, who needs to go where next? Who do I got to pick up? Like, just hoping I don't forget somebody somewhere. And I'm not even kidding you guys, because that is how crazy our calendar has been. It's like insane. But because of that, I just been so busy that like I haven't even been thinking about it. So I got to get on track, and I'm going to Cabo next week. And so it's easy to be distracted and it's easy to be in the moment. So the last 2 days, I've been really trying to work on scheduling content so that while I'm away, my business is still on. I'm still posting, I'm still being consistent, but it might not be actually me posting in real time. I am scheduling posts out so that these posts are going to go so that anything I do in Cabo is just extra. But that way my business isn't turned off while I'm there and enjoying my time there, soaking it all in, learning as much as I can. And honestly, I want to be focused on creating content, taking videos, taking pictures, so that I have all that stuff, and also soaking it all in so that I can bring that information back to you guys. I don't want to have to be focused on my post. And so I share all this for you guys too, is not to overwhelm you, but when you have a moment to just make all of this content ahead of time, so you have it. So when life gets busy, you can just go ahead and post it up. You don't have to be stressed about, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this all in? I do got to get flying to bring these kids to summer school now. But I would just want to give you guys really quickly, if you have a pen and paper, write this down. Otherwise, you can catch the replay or try to plug it into here. But some things I want to talk to you guys about, what you can post about if you're feeling stuck about like different topics, is do this behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is going to be showing your real life. So like when we're doing these Zooms, people want to see what you're doing. They want to see what it looks like to be in this business, what it looks like to be a part of this community, this team, all of that. So make sure that you're showing people that, because you're going to show them that, and it's not going to sell them, but they're going to see if they join you what this looks like. And that's super important. So behind
And
the
actually
scenes,
today, Heather, I can do that. So
yes, I know you can every day. But you could also, though, pull up a YouTube video and screenshot a replay, though, too. So that's another way you can do it as well.
right.
Behind the scenes, make sure you're still sharing about your why. What is your why? Why do you do this business? What is, what is the true reason you're in this line of work? What did it do for you? Why did it bring you to this place? What is your end goal? What do you want this business to look like for you? But if you guys can't share that with your audience, I challenge you to say that you might not even know why you're doing it for yourself. If you can't tell your audience why you're doing it, you might not know why you're really doing it. And if you don't know why you're doing it, you're not going to get as far as you want to go, because you don't really have a reason for why you're showing up every day. Personal insight, show what you're learning, talk about trainings, share screenshots, share with the world how you are leveling up and why this business is awesome and why this community is awesome and how it's helping you to grow into the best version of yourself. Share these things, because again, your community could be looking for a positive community to be a part of, or a positive influence. So you need to share your personal insights. This can go off of Thrivepalooza. It can go off of the Zooms, the noon training calls on Monday. Talk about all of those things and show people what this business truly looks like. Encouragement, again, we just went through all of that. Encouragement, inspiration, positive quotes, self-growth, self-care, because that is going to share with your client their struggles, and then you can encourage them and speak directly to their pain points. So encouragement is huge. About me is another post, sharing the personal side of the business or your experience to show your clients why they should trust you. Why is this so great? Why is the experience great? Like, talk about where you were, talk about how it's changed you. People need to be brought into the personal side of your experience. And if you're not sharing about it, not everybody has seen your post 6 months ago. So we have to continually reshare, our experiences, beliefs, or excuse me, not beliefs, benefits. This is what I talked about, like being social. This is what we sell, share the long-term, the emotional, or the unexpected benefits of our products or the business opportunity. Make sure that you're sharing the benefits, because that's super crucial and important. And then lastly is, notice the first 6 are just being social. and only one of them is selling, and that's the last one, and that's showcasing the products or the opportunity. But the first 6, you need to be social, 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 bring value, 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 and then we sell. So don't just try to sell every single day on your social media. You can sell in your stories, but we want to be social on social media. We want to bring value. We want to be encouraging. We want to be inspiring, and then the sales come. So this is a hard end, but I'm going to close out right now because, like I said, I got to get the kids to summer school. But I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope it was inspiring for you. I just really want to encourage you guys, as always, show up as yourself, be the brand, be who you guys want in the world, and just continue to show up as that. And the more you continue to show up as your full self, brand yourself, share your story, share your experiences, and be super, super, super consistent, you will get the results that you're hoping for. But you also have to believe in yourself. I want you guys to do a mindset check today. Where is your mindset? Do you believe? Are you telling yourself there's no promoters around me? There's no customers. I haven't gotten anybody. Nothing is changing. Nothing is happening. If that is what you're telling yourself, then that's where you're going to stay. You have to also get your mindset right, because the mindset is honestly like 80% of this business. And the rest of it is just the action and consistency that you're taking every single day. You have to believe that you have what it takes and that you're worth it. If you don't believe that, you're not going to see the results. So if you need a mindset check, if you need me to help you, if you're struggling, you know where I'm at. All you have to do is message me. I don't know that you're struggling if you don't let me know. So reach out if you need me to give you a pep talk. And don't forget the promo goes till Sunday. And I will see you guys back here on Monday morning. Bye, guys.